All right, guys, welcome to the waterbending workshop / global activation. So much has come through in the last few weeks that I wanted to get a group of us together to project assistance to the globe right now. You are not alone. The gaslighting that's going on right now is extraordinary. We need to come together. We need to unify. We need to breathe light and courage into this world. And the assisting frequency group is the Facebook group. I will put the link in the chat here once we get going. Join the group, share the group. Everyone's welcome. And also your personal magic, your medicine, whatever you have to birth into the globe, to elevate, to assist in ascension. I don't believe in competition. It doesn't exist. We need to rise up together, and I will support you. I will market you. So share your wisdom, promote your stuff. We need more of us to speak up. And I want to first just ground in the energy and sanctify the space through our heart portals. And then we're going to get going. It's going to be an amazing, amazing time of communion, celebration, and elevation together. So placing your hands on your heart if you'd like, just breathing into your heart space, filling it with gratitude. Let that gratitude permeate, extending into the room you're in, past the walls you're in. If you're outside already, just vibing with nature. And connecting in with all of the beautiful light workers around the globe. Gaia, we are Gaia. And that's it, just a simple offering of gratitude, of peace, of anchoring in the now moment. And let's get going. So on Saturday, I hosted a waterbending workshop, and I'm zooming out now with you to provide the highlights. It was an hour long. If you want to watch the whole thing, you can do so. I'll send you the replay link in the notes section, in the chat section. However, this is just the highlights because we don't have time to watch the whole thing. But what I do want you to do is start chatting, free-flowing, anything that comes to mind if you're called to, any innovation. This is a mastermind. As you hear information, you're going to run it through your mind, body, soul network, and things are going to come up. And I would love for you to just respond. This can be questions. This can be just ahas. This can be confirmations. This can be experiences. This can be wisdom you have. Together, we achieve great things. And I really do believe that the waterbenders of my tribe and the light workers of your tribe, the people you commune with and extend the 5D energies with, we are going to be inventing a lot of really amazing breakthrough technologies. So whether you're a waterbender or an ether expert or a fire alchemist or a earth goddess, it doesn't matter which part of the elemental planes you are mastering and moving into, all are welcome. And there's a place for you in this divine global grid working, this revolution, this bringing down of the veil, of the false illusion, of the illusion of detaching from the matrix and taking back our sovereign power and connecting in with our cosmic family and seeing into new planes of reality. And so we're doing that today together. Again, welcome everyone. And here we go. As I press play, and again, I'm going to be jumping around really quickly. This whole thing will only take about 20 minutes. Free flow your thoughts, your ahas, your questions, and let me know when I press play if you can hear. Just go like this or say, yes, we can hear it. I want to make sure that you can, I know you can see it. I want to make sure you can hear it as well. So here we go. All right, everyone, welcome.
You are here, you are loved, you are an exquisite part of the whole. You have decided to tune in to the waterbending workshop, and boy, oh boy, this has the potential to transform your entire life, but not only your life, your family's world, and our world, our collective world. And so just a shout out to everyone joining in live. You let me know in the chat where you're calling in from. We have, Oregon, Netherlands, Ireland, Gibraltar, Hong Kong, the UK, US, Pennsylvania, England, well, that's the UK, Virginia, I'm in Southwest Florida, 220 light workers from around Spain. Oh, my heart is filled with so much joy because, guys, this is our technology. And so welcome everyone in to the Waterbending Digital Workshop. And I just want to also honor where we're at right now because, how are you feeling? How are you doing, really? Because there is the most amazing thing happening on our planet right now. We are shifting, aren't we? And just think about where we were 2 years ago and the changes which have occurred and are occurring at light speed. It's enough to give anyone whiplash. Some people are focusing on the fear, but it's ascension time, folks. And, all that buried gunk on a personal level and collective level is coming up for transmutation. It is a global detox, and some of that isn't pretty. But as we bring things to the light in order to break them down and return to that beautiful state of balance, harmony, wholeness, I just want to acknowledge that you're here. You chose to be here during this time, and that's incredibly brave and courageous. And you have an incredible mission here. And it's important to zoom out sometimes out of our own little persona, our own identity, what's going on day to day, to the bigger picture, so that you aren't tempted to believe the false evidence appearing real, the fear, okay? Now, what does fear do, and why are they trying to keep us in that? Well, it's the matrix. It contracts, it confuses, it disempowers, it's dense, it doesn't feel good. But guys, it's still okay because it's merely a warning. We are human. We have beautiful alert systems letting us know when we are at one, attuned with source, which is unconditional love, and when we're wandering off the fractal and we're feeling separate. And it's a beautiful warning because it's an alert as to where you are on the map and how you're perceiving of what's coming to you and what you're sensing with your, seeing, tasting, touching, smelling, feeling. All of that only allows you to then rise up in your sovereign power to make edits as the author of your life so that you can regain optimal resonance, but most importantly, project what you want out into the world, because we are creators, we are co-creating. And so you're not alone, even if you feel, because there's a lot of gaslighting going on, there's division, separation, things are sort of compounding. And if you're already awake and aware, all of this gaslighting, making us sound, feel like we're going nuts, can easily turn to frustration and can be quite alarming, in fact, right? Because you're like, why don't you see what is right in front of your nose? And it's okay. We are witnessing the world that is about to give birth to the new age. And all of this stuff happening now is happening for a reason. And when we get locked in these scenarios that are keeping us small, in fear, confused, separated, that's when we say yes to the matrix. And I know all of you are so eager to launch into the 5D. That's happening. It's now, it's here. And we just need to focus on solutions. And that's what we're here to do during this workshop. It's going to go fast. We only have 53 minutes left. How can we raise the frequency of the planet? I think if we zoom out beyond our identity, beyond our subconscious mind, beyond what we think we are experiencing right now, we can see things clearly and look in the mirror to find the truth that we are super conscious beings and that we are the solution.
All right, awesome. I'm going to fast forward to the next little piece because as I said, we don't have time to go through the whole thing. I will put in the link, I will place the link to the replay. 1140 is what I'm looking for. I thought I was able to fast forward easily.
Let's get going.
Oh, there we go. Here we go.
Lots of things, and I'm also, just like you are multidimensional.
Who I am.
I've had many lifetimes. I recall my Moon roots, specifically with water. This was 17,000 years ago. I was a water bender, and I lived on nectar and energy essence, and this weaves around my collective knowing for this lifetime. But essentially, we didn't have to eat sustenance. We could just gaze upon the nectar and sustenance there was, and infuse that, and basically through the wormholes of that thing, nurture ourselves. Sort of like plants, how they take in the sun and they, a reaction occurs and photosynthesis happens and it gets converted to energy. We can do the same thing by looking at things. And I really think that this is the premise of this water technology, because there are wormholes at the center of every molecule, including water. We're going to dive into it, but I want to teach you all how to begin to be sustained through your gaze and consciousness and tapping into the wormholes of things. This is very aligned with Anahata Codes, which is the book of codes, my work that I've been blessed to be channeling for the last 7 years. Yeah, I could walk on water. You could too. Potentially, you're probably part of this tribe. If you have, if it's resonating with you, going, I think I remember doing that. You were probably part of that. And it's interesting, right? We can remember it's time. And my last name is Hollowell in this lifetime. Holly Hollowell, if you can believe it. And my dad is into genealogy, and he was telling me, the Holy Well. That's the Hollowell is of the Holy Well, and it's Welsh and a bunch of other things. But potentially, I was part of, my ancestors were part of, he's researched it. I don't know. I'm just going on his word, and it resonates. A part of those that created holy wells and structured water. And I was like, ooh, that resonates. And then another layer of my knowing, my name is Holly, and the flower essence is the heart healer. Of course, if you know my work with the Anahata Codes, the Anahata is the heart chakra, and that is the portal at the center of every other molecule that connects you to all things. So the implications of water bending, I believe it's going to be revolutionary. We've forgotten, and essentially they'll probably try and suppress some of this info, but you resonated with it, so now I can tell you, and you can begin, you can take that to the farthest reaches of your world, of your fractal too, and we can perpetuate this information to help people remember, because I think it has the power to revolutionize the way we convert energy into action and manifest things, as well as sustenance. So this is important. You've all probably heard of, the gloom and doomers saying, get a bunch of food and grow your own stuff, and the world's coming to an end, and all of this fear-based matrix stuff. But we can just be smarter. We can just remember how to survive and thrive and take matters into our own hands to ensure the survival of the planet. Hey, let's just do it. Let's just decide. And we can ask water to hold anything. It does already, which is another reason why we need to sanctify it, because it's holding a lot of stuff.
All right, cool. Let's zoom ahead. Again, there's more details in the workshop, which is an hour long, which we don't have time to go through. I want to fast forward one more section, and then we are going to use the video to infuse our water with a very special code. So hopefully you have a glass of water. If you don't, go grab one. One more section, and then we will be doing that. So, and hopefully I can find it. Let's see.
I think it's completely underestimated and underutilized, and most scientists don't want to go
It's teetering. All right, I guess this is where it's meant to be.
Okay, so the heart space is the key, the anahata. That's the gateway. That's the molecule in the middle. And that's the vortex, the point of singularity. Your heart is not a pump, it's a vortex. And it's the Merkaba. Can you believe it? Water is mimicking the Merkaba. So it is, in fact, doing exactly what we do efficiently. And that is why it's connected to all things. It's the center point, the one photon. Now you can amplify that photon through your conscious awareness and focus on your heart space. So there was a scientifically controlled study in Germany, University of Kassel. You can look it up. And it showed that the average person emits about 20 photons of light per second. Okay. When someone meditates on their heart center and they send love and light to others, it goes up, not by just a little bit. It goes from 20 photons to 100,000 photons per second. Okay, so that's a 5,000 time increase. Okay, this is how we win, guys. This is how we win. We embody and we project. And each of us is 5,000 times more potent than an average human. And so, wow, what we can't do. We can do it all. We can do it all. The heart is the key. And we can ask water to hold that. And then what happens? The water fractalizes it out. That is the coolest part. We put that energy and information from our heart space into the molecules of the water, which then holds hands and projects out to all. We remap the world. We redo. We do it all. Here it is. This is the component. This is the way that alchemists become architects of the new world. And so imagine what we can do infusing water and then fractalizing it out. That's why I was called here, Southwest Florida, to heal the waters. And I've been doing it. I've been working with the vortex energies here. So let's do that. Let's do it together. It's a simple process. Go grab your 2 glasses of water if you haven't already. Get up and grab some. You can, if you're listening in replay, press pause, come back. So,
all right, guys. So this is how you do it. And we're going to stop the workshop for now. And I want to play a video because there's 2 ways you can infuse water. One is through this easy process right here. You focus on your heart space. You send the water love and gratitude from your heart space. You imagine all the water molecules, and they're tiny, 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 holding hands. And again, watch the workshop back if that intrigues you scientifically, because it's the Merkaba, it's 6-sided, it's H302, and it's sacred geometry. And it really sort of surprises me that no one has said this yet. Like, it's so obvious to me. I can't find it anywhere. I'm the only one talking about it. And I'm like, wait a minute, Merkaba is light body and water is memory and light. That's what it is. And so we use the light body through water activation to heal the world, to unify, to get alkaline. And it's just extraordinary technology. They've been finding that water actually holds memory and information around it in the morphic field. I mean, fantastic stuff. I feel like a drop of water, and then the 99.999% unseen is the amount of space you have around it. So anyway, to sanctify, focus on your heart, send the water love and gratitude. Imagine the water molecules holding hands. It's a fun thing to do, and they're so lovely, and they want to support. They love having a job. And then imagine sacred geometry spinning, and then consider it done. This is the baseline. This is how you sanctify your water, and you will taste a difference if you taste it beforehand and then you do so afterwards. So I'm going to play a video, and while the video is playing, just know that I do weekly well water, wellwater.com if you're interested. when you subscribe, it's $10 a month. Every week you get an activation. I do a ceremony every Sunday, and I call in the code for the week. This week was absolutely amazing. And in fact, we're going to embody that and project it together because it's so extraordinary. The support it's given based on what we need. And I'll explain in a minute. But yeah, you know, the process is easy. Great Central Sun is encoding the water molecules for us. And then as you watch it, there is a wormhole at the center of the molecules in your water that are connected to the water molecules in my vial, which is right here. This is this week's well water, and these are water bending rocks in there if you're curious what they are. More on that at waterbendingrocks.com. But essentially, grab your water, hold it, focus on your heart space, send the water love and gratitude from your heart. Imagine what you will, but I'm going to be playing this week's well water as well because it's infused with fluorovium, the element. And if you watched the homeopathy for the planet video, and that's why you're here, you already understand the beauty, the power, the potency of fluorovium, its confidence, its courage, its peace. You know, the world is in a state of fear right now to where some people feel if you disconnect, you're going to be safer. And that's actually what they want. They want fear, separation. What we need is courage and unity. And so what better way than to infuse calcium, which basically means it's a strengthening of bones, with plutonium, which I'll read to you the homeopathic powers. That's how they created fluorovium in 1999, some dude in Russia. And it's got a really, unstable, it's radioactive, and don't worry, this is homeopathy. There is no physical element of radioactivity inside the water. It's the energy and information of the essence of the homeopathy, which is plutonium bombarded by calcium. That's fluorovium. And so guys, here are some of the delusion rubrics, which we're going to break through by programming the water with this information, drinking the water, putting it on our third eye, putting it on our heart, and seeding the globe. I want you to, after this ceremony, go outside and drop just a drop in your local waterway. If you don't have a local waterway, and you can do this tomorrow, it'll be there, it's in there. And if you don't have a local waterway near you that you're going to be visiting in the next week or so, simply drop it on a leaf outside, and it will be carried up into the ether that way, into the weather system. One drop of water can infuse as big as the Atlantic Ocean. So you can imagine what we do when we do this work all together. It's here, baby, it's happening. So the delusion rubric that we are breaking through with this code is being behind a mask. And I'm not making this up. This is what I'm reading this from the site that I found, because that's what you do with the codes. You ask, what do I need? This is my book on Ahata codes. Again, too much to go into right now, but what do we need? And what arose was fluorovium. Well, I don't know what half the stuff in here is. Actually, probably a third of it. I don't, 75% I don't know what it is. But anyway, when I look up fluorovium, lo and behold, it's feeling like you're behind a mask, like you're separate from the world, like your spirit has separated from your body. How many souls are going through that right now, guys? Balancing the light with the dark. So this is getting things back into equilibrium. This is filling emptiness. This is separating black clouds, dissipating all of that thickness. This is if you're feeling threatened from the outside or insecure about your continual existence, that's not far-fetched. That's the reality we're in. People are actually frightened for the existence of humanity. Luckily, we all know who wins. Everything's crumbling because it's Armageddon. It is a new world. It's not a new world order, but things have to crumble in order to be rebuilt. And I'm so excited to be here to usher in the new age. I know you are too. some keywords as well before I play the video. This is going to support any denial. How many people do you know, and I'm not judging, but they're going through cognitive dissonance where they're like, right? And I'll just detach, or you guys are conspiracists or whatever, what have you. The truth is too hard for some people to get their head wrapped around. This will help gently dissipate that so that they can see the truth and be ready for it. If you're feeling forsaken, not you, just the earth, those that are feeling forsaken, this is going to be gridded as a hope, as peace, as certainty, as knowing that they are so loved and so taken care of, and that all is well. Cause and effect, the law of cause and effect, becoming the cause rather than reaction. So living from the inside out versus externally in, right? So this is a beautiful thing. Lifting depression. There's so many people that have been in a fog of hopelessness and depression, and this is going to activate inner hope and ease and peace. The last thing before I play is if anyone's dealing with resignation, where they're just waiting sort of for the end. They're like, well, what's the point? There is no hope, sort of thing. Balderdash. This is we got this. This is all happening in divine timing and flow, and we are here and ready. Warriors of Light, the Rainbow Tribe, and I'm gonna just play this video now for us. Okay, and there is no audio for it, so I'm gonna just increase. Let me know in the chat if you can see this. Go ahead and hold your water and look at the water, and it's going to be infusing your water with Fluorovium, the assisting frequency of Fluorovium, and the light codes of the week. All right. Maybe you can hear it now. I'm just going to rewind so you can hear it. Sorry about that. I don't think I was sharing the sound. Yeah, it's so much better with sound. Sorry about that. Oh, well. All right. Woo! Okay, so I'm going to stop the share here and we're going to go right into drinking. Now you don't need to overdo it. Just, have a sip of your Fluorovium water. And you may want to put a little bit on your third eye. I do. Or on your heart chakra. I do. And just drink it. See what you think. It should give you some sort of indication, whether it's a feeling or whatever, or a knowing. So much smoother. It's more alkaline to me than normal water. So it's also helpful to do it before and after, but hey, c'est la vie. So save some so that you can go drop that into the water of the globe so that we can grid Gaia. And you just need one sip. You don't need to guzzle it down. Now, this is extremely hydrating water. It's H3O2. And so again, watch the workshop if you want more information about that. Too much to go into right now. So let's go ahead and settle in. I'm going to play the ceremony for us. I'm going to give you some background really quick, and don't worry if you're like, this is too much to absorb. Your super conscious self gets it, and you can always come back to this and digest it if your mental mind wants to understand it. But essentially what we're going to do is we are going to grid the planet from our super conscious zoomed out self as the neurons of Gaia. Okay, we are the thinking particles of this one organism called Gaia. And we're going to zoom out and we're going to embalm the entire globe with Fluorovium. And we're going to do this through the sacred space of the Anahata tree and mahogany, specifically. The tree mahogany has arose to do its beautiful work with us. And the reasons for that is mahogany is all about fortification, strength, inner beauty resonating outward, becoming courageous, confident, peaceful, reassured. Perhaps the most important, it's safe to be present. It's safe to be present and to experience all of life and the polarity. It's okay. It's worth it to be here. And warrior heart and peaceful mind, warrior heart and peaceful mind. That's the key. All right, guys, so this is going to be 17 minutes long. So we'll have a few more minutes at the end to comment. And if you need to go right at 4:30, awesome. We'll have a few minutes at the end to chat out our experience, what happened, and we'll wrap up. So before that, though, I want to share the screen. And if someone could let me know if you can hear when we get there. Let's see. So let's see. Go back here. Sorry, it's a little cumbersome. Here it is queued up. All right. So first of all, can you see?
Here we go again together to the Anahata tree.
And can you?
And today, perhaps more than ever,
can you hear it?
We come on behalf of all our brothers and sisters. We come on behalf of a unified planet. The request being courageous, confident, peaceful, and present. So before we go, take a look around your room with your eyes open. Notice anything that you have attachment to. Gravitate emotionally towards something that sparks a memory within you. We know the more meaning we give something, the farther depth of love we have attached to it. We also know that sometimes detaching ourselves is a defense mechanism, but simultaneously, while we do avoid pain, it prevents us from fully experiencing the depth of the connection. And so today, we will begin to understand this and choose to proceed ahead fully in the now and experiencing everything to its fullest, regardless of if that means we may experience discomfort. Today, we put on the armor of courage and extend the vibrational offering to the entire planet. So go ahead and place your hands on your heart and gently close your eyes. Breathe in, hold it, breathe out, hold it, breathe in and out. And let's keep our eyes shut. In the darkness, we feel a certain disconnect from our daily to-do, our daily lives, the daily demands, both given us and given from us. We choose now to press pause and zoom out, seeing now outside of your body the space you are in, sending love to your beautiful vehicle. As we zoom farther out, we see the town, the people going about their business, the place that you are around, things doing things. And while the world may seem different, it is as it always is. People experiencing their own little neck of the fractal, their own little world, connected to the larger world, Gaia. Zooming out now, we see all the inhabitants of the earth as tiny little neurons. Yes, we are the neurons, the brain, the consciousness, the thinking of the planet. We know in this state that what we think becomes, and that unfortunately a vast amount of people on the planet have been letting others think for them, which has caused certain events to arise and be carried out effortlessly due to the laws of the universe with specific goals and everyone abiding by those goals. And now we realize the being isn't at all what we would individually or even communally desire. It's painful to live in a world of separation, of so much struggle, so much polarity. And we may choose to just detach from it altogether, to go into our own little cocoon and to think of ourselves as a singular organism, just getting by. But this is, of course, a singular mindset which has gotten us into the water we are in the first place. And it is now time to take back our power. Zoomed out, we see each of the neurons firing and wiring, firing and wiring. And as the sacred Rainbow Tribe elders, we hold the power of many hundreds of thousands of typical neuron cells. Picture yourself now as a major influence in the globe, a connector neuron. And through your influence today, you will evoke a powerful wave of transformation towards confidence, towards peace, towards action, towards courage, and towards awakening to truths, though painful, they are far better than detachment. We cloak Gaia in a warrior cloak of courage. And to do so, we notice one of the elements around Gaia from the ether, from the space of limitlessness, activating and coming through the pattern into being. It is the element Fluorovium. Fluorovium is the special ingredient that we, as connector neurons, will now administer to the collective brain as a network, firing and wiring Fluorovium, firing and wiring Fluorovium, however you see it now. And as you do, know that it is bringing a feeling of connectivity that is surpassing any danger. It is building vibration of unity, of confidence, of balance, of being assured that we shall take the vibration back, that this planet, which has been cloaked in agenda and deep state, will be seen for what it is and accepted. See now the response mechanism of denial to what is going on, fading with the assistance of Fluorovium. See now the collective vibration of feeling forsaken or left behind or not important anymore, as if God has left us to suffer. See any of that vibration of being forsaken dissipating now, being administered to the neurons of the network of us, of Gaia, that need it. See now an element of cause and effect, of knowing that we can cause an effect rather than being affected by a cause that we don't agree with. Rather than being complacent for safety, see now calcium combined with plutonium, giving everyone courage, giving everyone a warrior cloak, giving people the ability to push past resignation into desire for not only survival, but to thrive, to set things in balance. See now any depressive energy, any heaviness dissipating through Fluorovium. How does the earth look now? Does it seem lighter? Perhaps it's glowing brighter. And as we view the globe, let's zoom out farther until the globe is one point of light. Holding hands now, as Elder Tribe members, we spin around the point of light, causing a vortex energy to stretch the energetics into one large chrysalis. Keeping our hands held, we walk to the Anahata tree. The chrysalis is levitating, just as Gaia does in space. And as we move towards the mahogany tree, we feel a deep strength, a deep fortifying feeling. We feel a beauty resonating from the inside out. Confidence, peace, and perhaps most importantly, a desire to be present, no matter what, a desire to stand up and make a difference in the world. We guide the chrysalis, Gaia, onto the tree. And we notice other chrysalises. These are other phases of Gaia from different points in time, different points where it called to be courageous. So as we stand back and gaze upon this beautiful mahogany tree, in the now moment, we simultaneously see many timelines of Gaia during many revolutions, many ages where people had to rise up and be confident despite their fears and despite it being unsafe to do so. Let us look now and infuse within each of these chrysalises the embalming vibration of Fluorovium. This is retroactive and also future active. Of course, there is only one moment, which is now. We are Gaia, with warrior hearts and peaceful minds. We choose to be courageous. We choose to connect and unify. We choose to be present and experience life without fear of any pain that may occur by being so intertwined and involved. We choose to experience life to the fullest, knowing that as sovereign beings, we get to magnetize through our collective neuron space the thoughts which become our reality. So give thanks from your heart space. Infuse gratitude into each chrysalis for the warriors who went before you, the warriors who will rise now, and the warriors who will be in future space. We ensure the survival of humanity, and may mahogany and fluorovium support us continually. Zoom out from the Anahata tree back into space. See Earth rejuvenated, fortified, strengthened, cleansed, ready. As you zoom in on the people, places, things around you, notice everyone is standing a little taller, walking with more of a purpose, feeling more peaceful and sure in their mind, capable of deciphering truth from lies and ready for the truth, no matter how painful. As you zoom into your body in this time-space reality, feel into the great peace, the collective peace, knowing that it is worth fighting for freedom in order to maintain sovereignty and growth. We are Gaia. When you are ready, open your eyes.
All right, guys. So that is all I have for you. I just wanted to empower you with Fluorovium, give you some intel on the splendid technology we all have available to us, the power of water to unify, to create a new world. And so let me know how you feel. Do we have a mahogany tree frequency and tree essence? Yes, so with the Anahata codes, and if you have to go now, bless you, join us in the assisting frequency group. We will be doing more of these activations, and you are so welcome. Thank you for being here. I'm going to just answer a few questions. We do have that. It's a new code that I just channeled. If you aren't familiar with assisting frequencies, they are free at anahatacodes.com. Some choose to buy the book, available on amazon.com if you like to have the physical copy as I do, but otherwise there's a spreadsheet you can work with. You just go to anahatacodes.com. And oh, you're so welcome. I love you guys so much. Thanks for all your support and for what you're doing for the earth. Remember to share what else you're doing in the group so we can support each other. We need to rise up now, now is the time. We're here. It's the cusp of the 5D. We're here, guys. It's happening. So yes, we do have the code mahogany. Once you install that, you don't need, there's a wormhole at the center of every molecule that connects you to every other molecule. And so the assisting frequencies essentially allow you to walk down the aisle and choose the cosmic aisle, which what energy and information you want to activate, right? Pretty cool stuff. And then you can infuse that in water and really begin to become an alchemist in ways that you perhaps never knew. And guys, this is all scientific. I'm very scientific. I'm a Pisces ×3 sun, moon, and Neptune, however, and psychic, but I am very rooted in science because of my Taurus Saturn. So I'm like, all right, let's sort this out on an actual, scientific level. And I love diving into that and finding out truths and working with them and inventing. So anyway, love you guys so much. I will put the replay, the entire hour. There's way more. We didn't get into a lot of it. If you go to www.waterbendingworkshop.com, it's replaying for 7 days only. And then some of you may want to join the waterbending, what is it called? Masterclass.com. Okay, if you're vibing on all of this, check it out. And I love you guys so much. I will be here for a few more minutes, just, you know, answering anything, or if you have any questions, responses. And what we just did is powerful. And I can't wait for you to go out and also seed physically, okay? Make sure that you take your water and drop it in. Just one drop grids the entire Atlantic Ocean. So if we each do it, boy, we're vibing on a whole new level. And this is just the tip of the iceberg, guys. We can do so much. I'm glad you watched it again, Jolene, and I know you're, I think, yeah, you're in the masterclass coming up. Ooh, I'm so glad that you guys are here with me. Love you so much. That's it. And, you know, the last thing I want to say is we are living in a fractalized universe. Each of us is source, and we are filling in our own fractals, our own neck of the woods, so to speak. And what you do does change the whole pattern. And so even if you're sitting in your room and you're just visualizing the best case scenario, you are sending out waves of change that you do not know. You're coordinating events beyond your wildest dream, because that's how the universe works. So let's come together, let's empower people, let's wake people up. And I don't mean in a rude way, you know, like, wake up, you know, why are you so dumb? You know, we need to stop shaming people. Everyone comes out of it at their own pace. But what we can do is support with loving hearts that, remember when you first had the dark night of the soul, it was painful, right? Shit hit the fan, so to speak. And you were like, oh my God. So be gentle, be kind, be loving, be supportive, be understanding, and rise up, be fortified, just like mahogany. And love you guys so much. And I'm just reading through your beautiful chats. And that's it, guys. So I'm gonna probably end here. Bye from South Africa. Oh, so lovely. Oh yeah, so mahogany. That's a good question. Yeah, and if you need to go, guys, no worries. Jan just asked, what does mahogany have to do with this? So every week, my Rainbow Tribe is a membership that I have. And every week I take them on a megamorphosis journey, and every week it's different. And the Anahata tree is essentially the place that we come with our chrysalis, and the chrysalises are different, right? Every week we work on different fear fractals, both internal and external. And so the tree, the essence of the tree changes based on the needs of the week. And this week, the one that arose out of all of the tree varietals was mahogany, because it aligned with the Fluorovium fortification. It's exactly, it's basically enforcing exactly what Fluorovium would be doing. And so the tree is really just a symbolism. Also, if you looked at that, the image that we had at the beginning of the presentation with the torus, the tube torus, and us sitting around the tree, and that vortex energy with the heart center being that source point molecule, it all begins to make sense with how the tree mimics, you know, the tree of life, basically, and below and above and around. And I hope that even makes sense to you. I don't know how else to explain. Mahogany rose up because of its additional attributes, but trees themselves are detoxing and replenishing. So they detox anything out that you need to let go of that doesn't serve you or the highest good, as well as they simultaneously replenish you, which is why we do tree work. It's a great practice. Go outside, hug a tree, visualize yourself as a tree. You're going to feel so much more energy flowing. And yeah, I love you guys. I'm going to end now. There's 4 new messages. Okay, cool. Got it. Wonderful. Oh, fluorovium. Here we go. Fluorovium. That's how you spell it. It's an element. They've only created it once, if you can believe it. And what they did was they bombarded plutonium with calcium, and they created this very unstable element. But it's in the periodic table of elements. So again, you know, when you find a code, you ask align allow, activate. When you ask, you get the magnetized answer, and the answer was fluorovium, and I was like, what the heck is that? And as I'm investigating, I'm like, holy cow, this is, you know, the perfect essence. Because if you zoom in past physicality, the only difference between a lemon and a dog is energy and information. And so, you know, physicality is an illusion, and we actually are all connected. And so you can pluck from the cosmic grocery aisle what you want to activate. Everything is a response to what you're interpreting, and you can do so with codes to then have the superpower of anything. Herbs, trees, crystals, you know, on and on, colors. All right, guys, I am going to end now. Love you all so much, and we'll see you in the assisting frequency group. And in case you don't know what the link is for that, let me put that in, and then we'll end. Let me just get out of here and get you the link. And we'll be on our way. This will be in replay if you wanted to share it. I'm going to put it on YouTube. There's no registration required, obviously. Here we go. All right, so here's the link to the group. It's a private group. There's about, I don't know, 2,300 of us or so in there, and it's going to grow. And yeah, come bring your magic. Love you guys. I'm going to end the recording now. Thank you so much for the work you're doing for the planet, for Gaia. And love you so much. God bless you. Mwah, mwah. Bye. We'll see you. All right. Take care.